Hello guys, welcome back. We are back again with another one, the same. So we are continuing with what we started last week, where we are looking at all the teams that are going to be playing in the Premier League and what we consider a success to them and whatever that is going to be happening. So we're going to be talking about Liverpool here because it's my club first, and secondly, what exactly can I expect? What can I say this defines the success of a club? What can they do in terms of achievements if we're going to talk about Liverpool being successful, which I think the most important thing is what I'll be talking about in this video. So join us. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. So I hope you're interested in it and you're going to be clicking the like button and subscribing to connect. Let's get into it. So how can I consider Liverpool a success next season? Oh, first of all, I need Arne Slot to actually maybe outdone what Klopp did last season in terms of going forward, in terms of the position points that he was able to achieve. But also, I think one thing that will actually speak success is if Liverpool just win any trophy. It doesn't matter which trophy it is, as long as Liverpool wins a trophy. I think that for any club is a symbolism of success. And I'm looking at Liverpool because it's a little bit difficult at the moment to be talking what to expect from Liverpool because they've just changed the manager. If it was from Klopp, if it was for Klopp, I'll be shouting, we need to win the Premier League. And of course, because he has been working with this team for some time, 9 years, which came to an end, of course, the last season. 9 years, when you think about it, exactly what can he do to show that he has been successful, this new manager of ours? And I feel like getting that top four comfortably, maybe trying by all means to push Man City and Arsenal into that title, maybe challenge. I'm not saying win it, as long as they are challenging for the title, as long as they are just maintaining those high standards, as long as we are able to enjoy the football that you'll be playing, I think that will be considered as a success. Because one thing you have to understand is this: we are looking at a team and the manager who are just meeting in. And one thing I think we've all noticed from the first game we watched against Betis, Liverpool play differently from the way they used to play. Liverpool are approaching games a bit differently than what we used to think of them. I watched the Betis game and we were building from behind. In other words, somebody was doing some tactics in terms of the game, the way it was played, and I was actually enjoying the fact that it feels like there are two teams that are playing. There is the build-up play, which involves the goalkeeper, the defense, as well as the left and the right back, as well as the two midfielders that will be up front. The other one is being the DM and the other one being the offensive who goes forward. And we go up front where we have one of the midfielders who are aiding into that front, and those three players up front, one being on top, three in the middle and stuff like that. It's actually not a 4-2-3, by the way. It's actually a 4-3-3, but in an interesting way that Arne Slot sets it up. So there is a lot of things to be really, really excited about. Can Liverpool be successful? Can they win the league? I don't want to lie to you. I don't see it. And it doesn't mean that I don't believe that they cannot challenge for the league. That I 100% do. And I feel like it's really important that we keep pushing and try by means to get closer to these two teams, especially Man City. They've been winning it for such a long time. We need to do so. And what would I do to consider this also being a success is if we are able to beat the top six teams, because I'm looking at all the teams that are in the top six. Man City, it's never going to be an easy game with Rodri being in it, as well as us now with the signings of what they're doing. Calafiori has been confirmed. They're looking for other midfielders that they're adding alongside Declan Rice. So it's actually going to be a different beast of a team. How can we challenge that? How can we push us now close? How can we do that? Somebody has to come and say it. We have to beat them. We have to win them. We have to take points off these teams, because that will help us to see how far we can go. But also one thing that is really important, if the club or if the team, if the players can buy into what Arne Slot is selling. Because remember, we are coming from one of the generational manager who has really done so much for us as a club. Some people might not understand the success, but we as a club, we do understand the success that Jurgen Klopp left in us. So we are now looking at a manager who can come in and maybe take over from the guy who is actually giving us success in recent years. So it's going to be looked in a way differently from exactly what we are expecting. So I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm saying that if he's able to get the success of the players buying into what he's selling and they're able to play in that, I consider that a success in the season. Because let's face it, people, this is literally a new line. This is something new that we are literally starting from scratch, and it means that it's going to be a bit different from what we are expecting. It's going to be a bit different from how the game will be approached, but I'm excited for it and I'm here for it. So what are your thoughts over the Arne Slot being at Liverpool, and do you think that he will be able to transform these teams to actually take it a step further than where we finished last season? We were number 3 and we are in the Champions League. Can we go a step further than that? Tactically, with what we are seeing and what the players are saying, with all the coats we're getting, everything is going for thumbs up. But also, it doesn't mean that is also something that defines the success of everything. Also, being able to convince Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah maybe to extend for another year, as well as Trent Alexander-Arnold to sign a long-term pro contract. If there's been one story that has been eating so many Liverpool fans, is Trent to Real Madrid, signing him for free and all forth and so forth. This has been a story that so many people have been heard about, we have been told about, and it's now actually getting out of hand, and we are losing it a bit. So one thing that we would really love to see is if Arne Slot is able to convince these players that they can trust, and they can trust in his process, and they're pivotal in terms of what he wants to create, what he wants to achieve. How does he do that? That's what we are going to be here for. So what we have been told since the beginning of this summer is that Liverpool are working on the contracts of the 3, and yet we are in August, a few days. We are still not yet in August, but we're a few days away from, 1 day away from August, and as well a few days from the beginning of the new season, and we still haven't seen those players putting a pen on the paper. So that also gives that sense of maybe even the players are not yet bought into the manager. But how can they buy into a manager which they have actually not even trained with? So that's what I'm hoping, that when they come, is able to convince them that this is the right project, and this is a new project which will give you energy to actually achieve more and help the team to even go forward. So that's why I'm saying it's actually a trying time and an interesting time as we are building into something special. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think he will be able to do all the things that I've talked about so that we can consider him as a success? By the way, if you are still watching this, you are a star, so I'll be advising you, go check it out. The new channel that we've launched, it's a LFC, is the Football Connect LFC. I advise that you go check it out. I'll put the link maybe in the description. You go see what we are doing there. We are going to be covering so much of the transfers, the rumors, and everything that is happening, as well as what's happening in the new season. That's where you'll be kept up to date with everything that is happening concerning Liverpool. So I advise that you follow that, because I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. I'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.